Low Country Wildlife is brought to you by 301 Processing and Taxidermy.
Hey folks, welcome to Low Country Wildlife. On today's show, the team's headed back to the deer woods to finish out the 2012 deer season. We've got 2 exciting hunts, and you're not going to want to miss it. We'll be right back with some more deer hunting action from Team LCW.
Low Country Wildlife, hosted by Steve the Legend Drummond and Stacy Atkinson, with the LCW Junior Pro Staffers. LCW is sponsored by 301 Processing and Taxidermy, Irby Street Sporting Goods, Marshall's Marine, Maureen Sportsman's Preserve, Palmetto Pulpwood and Timber Company, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Company, Black's Camp and Restaurant, World Net Auctions, and Skeeter Performance Fishing Boats. Additional products provided by the following:
301 Processing and Taxidermy has been serving the Carolinas for over 18 years with the most lifelike mounts anywhere. With 3 full-time taxidermists on site in a state-of-the-art 9,000 square foot facility, they can handle any size order. Deer, wild hogs, turkeys, fish, ducks, you name it, they can mount it. And 301 is the area's only APHIS certified taxidermist that can handle your big game mounts for animals outside of the United States. So, for the most lifelike mounts, give 301 Processing and Taxidermy a call today.
Black's Camp is a full-service fishing camp located on the Santee Cooper Lakes that's been serving South Carolina since 1951. Stay overnight or spend the weekend fishing in one of our waterfront apartments, cabins, or mobile homes. Plus, find everything for your fishing trip from live bait to hooks and lures in our tackle shop. And you'll also find a full-service restaurant that serves up the best food on the lakes. Black's Camp and Restaurant. Call today or visit us online to schedule your next fishing adventure.
If you love the outdoors, then you'll love all the variety of sporting options at Maury's Sportsman's Preserve. From Maury's world-class upland bird hunting to year-round sporting clays to seasonal hunting opportunities for duck, hog, and deer, Maury's Sportsman's Preserve offers all these hunting activities without a large financial investment. Maury's also offers golf packages and corporate outings as well. For more information on Maury's Sportsman's Preserve, visit online at mauryspreserve.com.
For everything outdoors, stop by Irby Street Sporting Goods today. They have the area's largest selection of new and used bows by Matthews, Bowtech and PSE, along with a full-service archery pro shop and a 25-yard indoor range. You can also choose from hundreds of rods and reels for both fresh and saltwater fishing. Irby Street also has a large selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Names like Browning, Guy Harvey, and Drake Waterfowl, along with sunglasses by Costa Del Mar. That's Irby Street Sporting Goods in Florence.
it's cold this morning. I was gonna shoot that buck the first time he come in there. He just slipped down there. I was trying to decide whether to shoot him or not, and he just left. And I figured that was kind of over. What an awesome morning! Those cold mornings, late December, and these deer move. All the crops are, gone in the field. We've had a couple of frosts, and there's just not that much for them to eat, so they're really piling in on the corn. This stand ain't done much of nothing the whole season, but it paid off this morning. I think we made a good shot on that deer, but let's go check out and see. I think I made a good shot on this deer. See if we can find any blood here. Yeah, I don't imagine that deer that's gone far. That's what you're looking for right there. Blood right there. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. Look at that. I knew it didn't make it too far. Folks, that's one more for the books. He's not a monster deer. Missing a brown tine on that side. I'm not a deer manager. I'm not a trophy hunter. I'm a meat hunter. And I like putting meat in the freezer. Awesome morning in the woods. This deer slipped me the first time. He come in here, and it's like Murphy's Law. Anything can go wrong will go wrong. The deer normally come in on that front corn pile, but this morning they was piling in on the left, and I had the camera equipment set up out the front window. So when he come in the first time, it took me a minute to get the camera around and get it on him and get everything set. And I actually got the gun out the window, and I was trying to debate on whether to shoot him or not. And he just he put it on me. That's what it boiled down to. He slipped out there before I could get a shot on him. But he came back for some reason, and I'm glad he did. But I ain't a trophy hunter. I ain't out here trying to show off no set of horns. All I'm looking for is them back straps and them big old fat hams back there. And the horns are just another story to tell. But he came back by himself. He had that doe with him first. But got a lot of young bucks on this stand. This is a young buck here. But hey, it's late in the season. It's about 3 days before Christmas. LCW's taking what we can get. Put that last little bit of meat in the freezer. So we got a long stretch before we get to put some more in the freezer. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we get asked all the time how long does it take to film a deer hunt. And it takes a long time. I don't ever go to that tree stand. Bullfrog, Bradley, Steve, Drummond, all of us, we take cameras all the time, and we get tons and tons of footage that hits the cutting room floor. You never get to see it. It just never works into the show. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to show you a lot of footage that you don't ever get to see. It's real cool footage from a lot of different stands that we've hunted through the year, and it's real cool. And I think after that, I think we got time for one more hunt, and we're going to close out deer season with the LCW twist on it, as usual. We go try to do a little bit of management, and most people don't show that, but we're going to show you what it looks like to go on a good old-fashioned doe killing if we can keep all these bucks out of here. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more LCW. Well, hey, folks, welcome back. So that was a great hunt. That actually closed out my 2012 season. I had a great season. Had a lot of fun as usual. Anytime I get to spend a day in the woods, it's a great day. But we had a lot of footage through the year you didn't get to see. So we're going to take a quick little break here and let you see a little montage or whatever you want to call it, some footage that just didn't make the show. And it's pretty cool footage. So take a look.
Look at this. He thinks that's a hen down there. Which it may be. I'm not sure yet. But I don't think. Nope, there's a beard. Where are all these gobblers when I really want to see them?
Now, folks, that footage is great, but this what you're fixing to see here is real unbelievable. We've been on this buck. I say we. Pro staffer Jeremy Bradley, his brother Wayne Bradley, they'd been on this buck for weeks. Had tons of trail cam photos of him coming in. Wayne actually had him on a bow stand. Just didn't have a good shot. The deer was under some vines under a tree. Just didn't have the shot, didn't take the shot. You know, you got to be a responsible hunter. It's a nice buck, big rack of horns. And finally, Jeremy gets the opportunity on this buck about 2 weeks. They hadn't seen this buck. About 2 weeks later, this buck comes out in a wide open power line. But he don't get to take him. So take a quick look at this right here. All right, I know the camera's not zoomed in very far, but if you noticed, this deer's missing something. He's missing a whole half of his rack. And later in the year, we got more pictures of him. This buck had a full rack of horns 2 weeks ago. He had been fighting, and he had actually, you can't see it on camera, he'd actually broke one of his antlers off. It was actually a little nub sticking up, but he had actually fought a buck and broke it off, and it was gone. And I mean, wide open shot, wide open power line, beautiful morning. And just, there was nothing there. I mean, Jeremy couldn't take the deer. I mean, you don't want to take a deer like that. Just to get him, you can shoot a doe for the meat. You know, a buck like that, you'd love to have them horns. So they passed that deer up. They've seen him a couple more times through the year, but they passed him up just to hopefully next year have a bigger rack of horns and they'll get to take him. But what some unbelievable footage to get to see this buck like this, you know, walking across the power line. You know, if he had both his horns, he probably never done that. But you know how it goes. Hey, y'all hunters, that's the way it is. That's LCW. So we got one more clip here I want to show you real quick. Check this right here out. Now this is something rare. This is the same stand. It's a different morning. It's the same stand pro staffer Jeremy Bradley was filming out of when we've seen the big buck with the broke off horn. But this is the other way down the power line. And this buck comes in early in the morning, and like I say, he's way out there, and it's kind of a little hard to tell what he's doing. But this is something not many people will ever see in their lifetime. Even as a hunter, as much as we stay in the woods, I've only seen it a handful of times. But this buck is actually making a scrape. He's rubbing his horns on the limbs, he's pawing at the ground, and then he urinates in the scrape, as all bucks do. And it's pretty cool to see. It's just something you don't get to see very often. But we never got a whole show out of that stand to where we could put it all together. It's just some of the footage that never made the show, but it's real cool footage. But anyway, that's a little bit of footage you didn't get to see. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got one more hunt to finish out the year, and it's Jeremy Bullfrog Bradley. And he's going on what us true old country boys call a good old doe killing. And you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. When we come back, we'll be in the stand with pro staffer Jeremy Bradley. So don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this.
At Palmetto Pulpwood and Timber Company, we do more than just harvest your land. Reforestation and land management is our specialty. Our #1 goal is to manage your tract and reclaim it to create new supplemental income or wildlife management areas. Palmetto Pulpwood and Timber Company is not your everyday timber company. Find us online at palmettopulpwood.com.
Buy, sleep, fish with Skeeter Performance Fishing Boats at Marshall's Marine. Skeeter boats give you unmatched comfort and style with superior technology and performance that puts you at the head of the pack. Whether it's navigating through shallow inlets or cruising along the coast, Skeeter boats will get you there without leaving anything or anyone behind. So whatever your budget, there's a Skeeter that's just right for you. Skeeter Performance Fishing Boats, available now at Marshall's Marine in Lake City.
Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Company is your official John Deere tractor and equipment dealer with 5 locations in South Carolina to serve you. No matter what work you have around the farm or in your backyard, Sparrow and Kennedy has the right equipment to fit your needs. And whether it's work or just for fun, the Gator XUV 4x4 gets you where the job has to get done. For quality outdoor power equipment, Sparrow and Kennedy sells a complete line of world-renowned steel power tools. When the job has to get done, think Sparrow and Kennedy.
In June of 2007, we founded WorldNet Auctions, my wife Michelle and I. We saw the need for, against conventional auctions, contractors spending thousands upon thousands of dollars of freight, moving items, construction pieces to conventional auctions. I got $1,000 now, $2,000. It's right off of Justice, just cut it off, gentlemen. $2,000 now, $3. It's $2,000 now, $3.
This segment of LCW is brought to you by Skeeter Performance Fishing Boats.
Sitting over here in Sumter, South Carolina, on a food plot field. We've seen quite a few deer out here this year, but most of the time we lose camera light before they come out. Every time I don't bring the camera, I'll see them in good camera light. But I had to come out here and keep trying. Today is towards the end of the season. Just trying to put some meat in the freezer. A doe would be fine, but sometimes the bigger mature does are smarter than the bucks down south around here. But so far all I've seen is redbirds. We got plenty of them. But an old doe will do fine today. Or a rack buck. Really doesn't make any difference to me. I just got a hole in the freezer that needs to be filled. So let's sit back and see what happens. Stick with me. Got some does coming. I don't think they gonna go to the corn. Looks like they're trying to slip through. This morning started out kind of slow. I've been sitting here for 3 hours now. Have not seen a deer until just now. Squirrels everywhere. Had 7 does walk through just now. It happened kind of quick. They wasn't going to the corn pile. They were trying to slip between me and the corn and go to the food plot field that I got out there. But got it done. Filled a little hole in the freezer today. Well, let's get down. See if we can track this doe down.
Alright folks, just got down out the stand. Got my brother here with me, filming for me. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can
find some blood. I heard the deer pile up over there. I don't think she went about 40 yards probably. Let's go over here and see if I can get on the blood and see if we can find her. She didn't leave much blood though.
It looked like a pretty good doe. Yeah, that's a nice doe.
She started dumping blood right here, right before she fell. Look at this right here on the ground. It was dumping everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
All the way to where she fell.
Wow,
There's a big old doe right there. My little deer stand I was in this evening. Little box blind, about 12 foot in there. That's all it takes. Well, I'm gonna go back the truck up, load her up, and get down the road.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap up deer season 2012 for Team LCW. Got to go along with Jeremy as he took that nice doe, and you know, it's just typical hunting. Late in the morning, nothing going on, and bam, that's why you hunt, man. You never know. I've always said the biggest buck that was ever killed, the fella that killed him did not know 2 minutes before that he was going to take that buck. And that's why it's so exciting. You just don't know what's going to happen in the woods or on the water. That's why Team LCW loves it. That's why we out here doing it every day. We want you to see it. We want you to be part of our family and go along with us everywhere we go. And that's why we do what we do. Check us out online this week at lowcountrywildlife.com, Team Low Country Wildlife on Facebook, and you can guarantee, you know, we'll be on the water in the bushes next week doing it LCW style.